Now, out of all the bits that actually make the process of creating a podcast, I think the number one thing that established podcasters miss out on, and some of them start doing it at the beginning and then they just kind of forget and they just don't do it, is the process of ID tagging your actual file. You've created your MP3 file and then you are giving it to the world, but you're not giving the world the chance to be able to categorize it, to find it. And more often than not, people aren't just going to click on your website or click on iTunes and listen there and then. They're going to download it and save it for later, and they're going to put it on their player, and then they're going to be walking around one day and they're going to look at their player and they're going to scroll up and down. They can't find what they're looking for. It is so important to have the categories, the information put on to your MP3 file, not least for iTunes SEO and a lot of other stuff as well. Now, what I'm going to do in this video, and I'm going to show you the process that I use, and I'm going to show you the device. Now, it is $10, or it was $10 the last time, and I'm sure there are free ones out there, but this is the one that I've always been using, so it's going to be the one that I'm going to show you now. And as I say, it's really is as important as actually recording the show, really, because there's no point in recording a show that people can't find afterwards. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so if you go over to Google, which is a good place to start, of course, and type in Id3 Editor, the first one that comes up is this one here, pa-software.com. okay, and just click on that. And this is an Id3 editor for Macintosh and Windows. And like I say, you might be able to go out, I'm sure you'll be able to go out there and find free ones. But this was the one that was advised to me right at the very beginning. And it's done me good, really. And it's only about $10, whatever. So you just have to download it and go to Downloads, Id3 Editor, and click on it. And you just choose from the list. It looks like they're actually doing a free version now, so you can go with that and then download it. And what you get this little device here. And let's drag this across. Okay, and as you can see, this is one that I've been working on previously, and all you actually have to do is fill in the blanks. So I'm going to give my show a title. I've called this one Virtual. The artist, the Join Up Dots podcast, the album Join Up Dots, the year, and I cut and paste my show notes titles here so that people can find this information and it will scroll down, so they'll be able to look at it and go, oh, okay, this looks like a good show, I'm going to listen to that later. And the composer. Now, there are 3 pages. There's this page first of all, that you fill out all the blanks. It's pretty much self-explanatory. And then you have lyrics, and I paste the same again, just the information for my show notes, the introduction for my show. I click on pictures and I create a picture and I upload. So every one of my episodes has got a different picture, and so there's a different face on there, whatever you want to do. And then I go to podcast and I tag, enable podcast tag, tick that, and I do the same. And that's all I do on every episode. Now, one of the great things about this is you can go to options and click on options and then put defaults, and you can add a load of information that you would want on every single episode. And all you do then is press Control and D, and that will populate already. So just going through that again, it literally is, you download it from this software here. I think it's about $10, but it looks like they're doing a free version now. And then you get this here. If I can scroll it up again, it's not moving up. Okay, I'll leave it there. And you linked to your file. So you search for your file using this program, and then it will open up totally blank it's actually putting the information onto the MP3 file, and that means that everyone will be able to find it. If they look on their MP3 player and look for podcast, they'll be able to find it. If they look for join up dots, they'll be able to find it. And as I say, there's other benefits as well for doing this, not least about what actually appears on iTunes to be able to be found. So it really, really is vitally important. That is Id3 Editor, and make sure you don't miss that part of the process, because otherwise you'll be recording episodes and nobody will be listening to them, even though they're the greatest podcast episodes in the world. So really simple, really simple. It's just a download of the program, and then you click on the program, you go and find your file wherever you've saved it, and then you start putting information on there. You put images on there, and it is vitally important. I can't emphasize that enough. But that is another stage forward to creating your global hit podcast that everyone will be listening to. And of course, by knowing that information, you're one step ahead, because people seem to be skipping that bit. Really, really stupid.